Hey guys, it's Alex here, and I'm back with Afan Lido for the half-season review for season 22. Um, but actually, it's not just Afan Lido now. I am now the boss of Portugal. Yes, right at the start of the season, actually, I got offered the job. They had a pretty poor showing in the World Cup, although they did have a very tough group of France and Argentina in there, with New Zealand. But yeah, I got offered the job out of nowhere, which is very, very, very odd. I didn't expect it, but I am a world-class manager, I guess. So I took the took on the job, decided to get a bit more scouting through that. Best players of the team, you got Andre from City. Look at that. Playing with players like this is just insane. Daniel Lima, another defender. But yeah, they're they've good team on paper, but to be fair, they play awful. They really do. It's so hard to play in it just seems to me in this game national teams just suck. Like if you play for a club and the national team sucks. I took over right after the World Cup, so 1-0 win over Cyprus, 0-0 with Mexico, 2-0 over Slovenia, 3-0 versus Chile, a 4-1 loss to Holland, and then a 2-2 to Bosnia and Herzegovina. They're pretty crap, but 2-5 got to play with a few old players, so a few old players coming through. I think Tavares came through. Where is he? He actually scored. Yeah, look, Tavares. He actually got his first goal uh, for Portugal with me managing him, which is pretty cool. It's sort of an old sort of comeback there. Still playing for Genk actually. But to be fair, this is a very big year. Lots of changes going on at Lido this year. Um, Lots and lots of changes. I'll just take you through it mostly. Transfers are a big thing. I looked at my finances, and they were pretty poor. They were down, and we were going to lose lots of money. So I decided we needed to take the hit this year. Sort of this year and next year, especially, are going to be what's it called? Changing years. Forgot the word for it, but yeah. But let's go through the transfer history. Quite a few outs. Jonathan Watson, he left for QPR for 1.7 mil. Mark Bowen, he left for Burnley for 4 mil. He was 26, was getting on a bit. I had to sort of let him go while he was still valued, sort of for us. Miskmin, 4.1 to Everton. He's 27 now. Really getting on, especially with Ian Kelly coming through. Didn't want to stunt his development. Decided to move Miskmin on, while still can get quite a lot for him. Alan Watson, he moved on to Southampton. I needed to get him out the door. Was just declining in his sort of potential. He's 27. Wasn't using him as much as I should have been, but got a bit of money out of him. Simon Burrows went to QPR for 2.3 million. Didn't really make it in the first team for us. Had a few good seasons, but to get 2.3 mil, I'm pretty happy about from a youth player. Ian Grant went to Huddersfield for 700k. Never really was gonna make it in the team. I don't think as a right back. I have other guys coming through, so to get him off for 700k wasn't too bad. But I want to show you just clauses afterwards. Mata we sold. Pedro Nuno Mata. We sold him for 4.3 million to Benfica. He's gone up to 7.75 million due to the fact that he's been playing for Portugal with me. Only 25, but he was on a high wage, and I needed to get him off of that. But to be fair, buying him for 20k, selling him for 4.3 million wasn't too bad there. Then Nils Fabre, we sold him to Valencia for 4 million. This was, I sort of didn't really want to, but I had to. He was on 12k a week for a backup right back. Like, really? Do you need that for like the club we were? You don't need that. Bought him for 80k, sold him for 4 million. Easy. Then the big one. Yeah, I think some of you might be shocked, but I did it. He even started making his first Spainer caps. He never did it until this year, and he got 2 goals on his first game, I remember. And now he's 9 appearances, 5 goals. 28 years old. I decided I needed to sell him now because otherwise it wouldn't happen, and he'd be eating up the wage bill for a good another 5 years. And he was on 15k a week. He's on 51k now, but to be fair, I'm happy for him that he's doing well. He's doing really well though for Atletico Madrid, which is pretty good. But I just wanted to show you this. We bought him from Atletico Madrid for 65k. He dropped out of their youth system. They didn't think he was good enough, even though he was ridiculous for them in their B team. Look at that. But bought him for 65k, sold him back to them for 10 million. I'm saying that's a good investment there. We actually sold Mitchell Underwood to Real for 250k, which is surprising. Sort of never really made it in the team. Decided to get a bit of money from him. Then Owen John, the same thing. Never really made it as our right back. Getting on a bit. So 300k to Hearts. Get him off the wage budget, and that's it. So in the end, I think 11 first players came left, coming in 33 million, which is really good for our salary. In the end, coming in, we had 4 players overall and 1 player on loan. Potter and Mella came in. Potter's made a very big effect. Mella not so much. Brought in Zoran Baric, a striker, Croatian striker, for £300 a week. 19 years old, got him on a free. So this is the sort of thing I'm starting to move into now. Getting young players on free, lower wage budget, and selling them on for more. He's not been too bad. He's been loaned out to Derry City now, and look at those stats going up. So he had quite a few good games for us. 5 appearances, 5 goals, 3 assists. So that's pretty good there. Then we brought in Dino Franjic, who is also a Croatian centre mid. Yeah. 4k a week, not too bad there. 21 years old. Hopefully he'll do well as a centre mid. Bring him through. So he's been starting a few games here and there. And then finally, due to the fact we sold 3 right backs, we brought in Janko Selikovic from Liverpool on loan for sort of backup, because we're going to have Wayne Clark in the Champions League and him in the league games. He's a very good player. Like, if we could have him, I'd love that. But unfortunately we don't. So he's been on loan. He's played a few league games for us now. But that's it for that. So that's why we got so much finances now. 50 million in the bank, but we're still losing money, which sucks. This season we have made 26 million just from transfers, to be fair though. But yeah, it sucks. If we look at our squad now, look, it's like if we go to just the first team, like, to be fair, there was a lot of senior teams that left, but it's not a big first team anymore. Like, compared to what it was, I kept the essential players that we need. And to be fair, with Guzman leaving, we have Benali coming through, who is 24, good 4 years younger than him. So hopefully he can do well. But yeah, that's it for that. Let's get on to the actual fixtures. We've actually started doing lots of fixtures as well to bring in money. So sort of like San Lorenzo, you bring in 150k, 80k from Everton. Crusaders, I think they offered to get for like 90k. Chelsea there. We had our Simon Hurley testimonial. Beat AA Ghent 5-1 in the end, which is pretty good. Hurley's getting on now, 30 years old. Retired from Wales. But yeah. Started off, we don't have to qualify because of our coefficients went up. I forgot to tell you that actually. Oh yeah, I forgot to went through that last time. That's the first time I haven't done that in a long time. But if I show you, let's go to West Wales. I don't know if it's here. Where is it? Clubs. Well, we're still a 3.5 star, but our coefficient, look at that, 131. And then if we go to Europe, the nation coefficients, we jumped up to 11th, above Scotland and Belgium, jumped up to 33.2, which is very good. So we're starting to do very well now, which is pretty good. Hopefully we can keep jumping up. So we got qualification place in the Champions League group stage, which is very, very nice. And then clubs wise, as coefficients, we are sitting in 7th, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so fixtures wise, didn't need to go through the group stage. 6-0 versus Haverford. Owen Hill with a hat-trick. 1-0 versus TNS. Prestien, don't know how that's how you pronounce it. Prestine St Andrews. New club promoted. They've been doing very well actually. We beat them 2-0 away though. Went on to beat Ryder 3-0. First game of the group, we had Club Bruges, who beat 5-1 away. Benali, Callahan, Scholes, McCourt, and Johnny Walsh. Good win there. Then we went on to beat Bangor 4-2, ABBA 2-1. Then we had Celtic. Haven't had them in our group for a long time. But we beat them 4-1 at home. Didn't really put up much of a chance there. Callahan, Sullivan with 2, and McCaw. Then we played Airbus 3-0. Coed Ever in the or Eva in the Premier League Cup first round, beat that 4-2. Sefton Druids 1-0. Zenit again, we drew 3-3 away, which is really annoying. Seeing as we were 3-1 up at one point. Benali with 2 and McCall with 1 there. Really annoying that we went back to draw that. Newtown was 2-0. Ryder was 5-0. Real was 4-1. Then we got revenge on Zenit, beat them 5-1 at home. Callahan, Walsh, Benali with 2 and O'Sullivan. 3-1 versus Goitra Monmouthshire in the Welsh Cup third round. I actually want to show you this though. A certain player plays for them, Lee Williams. Look at that. He's now about to become a not scout, a staff member, but he's gone back to Monmouthshire from Dagenham and Renbridge when we released him. He went to them, gone back to Goitra, which is pretty cool. I was very surprised to see him, and of course he scored against me. Then we beat Aber 2-0, 4-0 versus Haverfordwest, 3-1 against Club Bruges at home. Bernard with 2 and Callahan. 3-1 versus Pristine. Care was 2-0. TNS we drew 2-2 away, which is quite annoying. Hillier and Simmons with the goals. 3-1 versus Celtic away. They didn't put much of a challenge up here either. Holden, Walsh and Hurley. 3-1 versus Ryder. 2 from Hill, 1 from Jarman. 1-0 versus ABBA. 8-2 versus Airbus, which is pretty cool. Ryan Potter actually got a hat-trick and an own goal. Tom Jarman, Radanovic and Mellor with goals there. 3-1 versus Banger. 5-0 versus Sefton Druids, Simmons with 4. 2-0 versus Real. 5-0 versus Newtown, Potter with 2. 2-0 versus Care. And then finally 6-0 versus Care again. Owen Hill with a hat-trick that time. So, if we look at the league, Real have sort of dropped now. TNS have come back into second. It's only 4 points in it though, to be fair, and ABBA are there, hanging there with 39 points. I'm sitting top. Already qualified for Europa, which is pretty cool. 20 points clear, 68 goals for, 11 against. Not too bad. Haverfordwest and Sefton Druids are pretty far down. But look at that, Pristine. They are in 6th, coming up as a first team there. Pretty crazy. But to be fair, they're not going to do very well now. I can see them getting only 38 points, maybe getting 10 points from the next 10 games, due to the fact they have to play all of these teams here twice. So these teams, probably Ryder and Airbus, will get more points than them overall, just the fact they have to play the weaker teams. But yeah, if we look at the player stats, with no goal scorers, Jarman's up there with assists, and so is Potter. And then with average rating, Potter's there, Jarman, Hill, and Holden, which is pretty cool. If I show you the Welsh sort of awards as well. Jonathan Richards won it this year, then Bevan, and then Clark coming in at third. He's actually 29 now, which is really, really weird. He's 29. It's just odd to see that. He's been here for so long now. It's crazy. But he came in 8 years in to our career, and he's been here for so many years, which is just really, really weird. And then young player went to Simon Johnson, who is a Liverpool player, which is really, really annoying because I saw him when he was at Newport County, and then Liverpool signed him for sort of compensation when I couldn't because he wasn't interested. And he has become a fantastic player. Look at that. If he was at us, it would be incredible. He's only 21 as well. He's incredible. If I show you our stats, there we go. Goals. 15 for Benali. He's had a good season, stepping up in the replacement of Guzman. Hill with 13. McCall with 12. Potter, very well. 13 got starts, 7 sub appearances, 11 goals, 12 assists there. Jarman's got 9 goals. Assists wise, Jarman's got 14, then Potter's got 12, McCall's got 12, 7 from Benali. Yeah, I'll actually show the unavailable, I think. We go to general and then go to age. It is Draper's last year, so we've been trying to play him. stats. There, he's made 2 league appearances, 0 goals, 0 assists, but he will be getting quite a lot more in the sort of second half of the season. He's only worth 1.2k, and we're spending 2.6k a week on wages on him. But you've got good working with youngsters, pretty cool. But look at those stats. He's still got 18 creativity and composure and 13 finishing and 16 long shots. His pace is 5, so not the fastest anymore, but he can still score a few good goals there. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Otherwise, I think that's it really. Oh yeah, we got our, well, because I'll show you the Champions League group. We finished top, then Celtic in second, then Zenit and Club Bruges. Take you through the groups actually. For the second round, we could have got Monaco, who came second to Milan. Look at that! I want to show you this. Look at this. Look at that. Real Madrid finished bottom of their group. Milan, Monaco, Shakhtar, then Madrid. They drew with Milan. They lost to Monaco, lost to Shakhtar, beat Shakhtar, drew with Milan, and then lost to Monaco. Monaco are becoming a force now. Like, they're becoming quite good. But that's insane. Group B, we could have had Leverkusen. Man City came top. Lyon and then Molde. Group C, Basel, Porto came second. Bayern didn't get in, which is really weird. And then Ajax. Then Blackburn. Fucking Blackburn came top of their group somehow against bloody PSG. And then Rangers came third with Valencia bottom. So we could have got PSG. Then Marseille came top of their group. Feyenoord came second and Barca came bloody third. This is just such a weird year for like clubs. Then Group F, Dortmund came bottom of their group, but it was like 6, 6 and 6 there. PSV came second, Vaslui came third. Then there's us, and then Group H, we could have got Atletico, Juventus losing out there. But in the end, we get Monaco, who are the up-and-coming French force. So hopefully we can do well against them. Bloody Blackburn in the bloody first knockout round. And 2 Dutch teams, which is pretty cool there. And 3 French teams. So they're sort of having a bit of a surgence there. But 4 English still. Spain aren't really doing well. Atletico, of all people, are the ones there. But hopefully we can go on and well and do that. We got Real to play in the Premier League Cup final, and then we got some Welsh Cup games to play, and the rest of the league to play through. But yeah, so oh yeah, transfers for next season. We have no one coming in. We have 2 players going out. Andy Legg's going to ABBA, and Daniel Kinsey is going to Inverness. And I'll also, yeah, I forgot to show you last year. Last video, I wanted to show you the I said something about the youth, but I never went to it. Over the past 2 years, we've had the 2 main players coming through is Jamie Canati. I think I might have shown you him. Very good determination there. He's coming along well. And then last year, the best player we had was Gary Parry, which is a pretty cool name. Not the best player overall, but he's the best of a bad bunch, really. So hopefully you can develop them. Look at that though now. Look at the potentials of it. Like they're only 2. Like the best player is Ian Kelly there, but he shouldn't really be there. I should move him to the reserves. And then Telford, but otherwise not the best. Like most of them are just 2-star and below, which sucks. Quite a few on loan though. But yeah, so I'll be back depending on what happens. Semi-finals or end of the season. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's been Alex, and I'll see you guys later.